stories lately that made my blood boil, that made me, get pissed off. But this is kind of hilarious, I got to say. And I have a video of it, when the Predators beat the Sharks 8-0, as well. I just uploaded yesterday, but this takes a bigger toll than this. Check it out. Fifth fly and stands at San Jose Sharks game as brawl breaks out among fans. Yeah, okay. Check this out. San Jose massive brawl broke out in the stands during the San Jose Sharks game over the weekend, and the melee was on video. Officials say large-scale brawls are extremely rare at the SAP Center, and diehard fans agree. Yeah, fans are very rare, but here we go. The Sharks were already down by 6 when the fight broke out. Fans said that's when all the action on the ice stopped and everyone's attention turned to the stand. I didn't know about that. I didn't watch the whole game from start to finish. I was watching snippets vid. I watched the game, quite a bit of the game on Bally Sports South, because I was watching for Willie Donovan and Chris Mason, and they were up about 5-0. It was like 6-0. I was watching another game. Had no idea what was going on. But let's get back to it. In the stands, tempers flare and fists were flying. Arthur Surdilla intended to record a power play on his phone. Instead, he captured the fight. And then I took over the railing there, and there was just a melee going on. And one row fighting another, says Surdilla. There were Shark fans and visiting Nashville Predator fans throwing punches. All of them. Witness said it began when a erotic group sprayed beer on those nearby. Whoa. Bloop. Ushers, some of them senior citizens, ran in to break it up. It was something to see. The blue coats were in there trying to pull the people off, but there wasn't too much that they could do without getting into the melee themselves, and police officers came down and were able to break it up, says Sordilla. Shark Sports Entertainment released a statement saying safety is their top priority, and while incidents like what happened Saturday night are extremely rare, we are thankful to our ushering staff who responded promptly to quickly safely defuse the situation. Hockey fans say they expect brawls on the ice, but not in the stands. And whether people want to admit it or not, it's part of what people are paying for is what it is going to explode on the ice. But it's scary when it happens in the stands. And I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol involved. Of course, they were drinking. Shark, you got to admit, as well, ladies and gentlemen, those Shark fans were pissed off. They were probably intoxicated. Their team's down 6-0. They're getting blown out of the ice. The worst shutout loss since, like 15 years ago. And guess who I think the worst loss they got at home ice was back in '91 when they played the Cow Palace, and Pittsburgh Penguins did it to them. Said Jim Pierre, a hockey fan from Duluth, Minnesota. I think you should definitely hold a certain level of responsibility when you're in there. We're adults and there's family and kids around, so you definitely have to be aware of the example you're setting all the time, said Luke Alexander, a Shark season ticket holder. San Jose police ultimately escorted the brawlers out of the SAP Center, Sordilla said he's been to plenty of hockey games, but he's never seen anything quite like this. Everything just kind of boiled over and people took it in their own hands, said Sordilla. There were no reports of serious injuries and no arrests. There is a video, and we're going to play it right now.
In the stands at Saturday's San Jose Sharks game, and all of it was caught on video. Officials say fights of this size are extremely rare at SAP Center, and diehard fans agree. KTVU's Ann Rubin joining us now live from San Jose with more reaction to that brawl. Ann?
Yeah, the Sharks were already down by 6 when the fight broke out. Fans say that's when all the action on the ice stopped and everyone's attention turned to the stands. In the stands, tempers flared and fists were flying during Saturday's San Jose Sharks game.
You could tell some of look at that, and the people there, there's some Predator fans there.
Instead, he shot this.
Wow.
And then, I look over the railing there, and there's just a melee going on, and, one row fighting another.
There were Sharks fans and visiting.
That's a Predator fan. Look at that. There's a Predator fan right there. Oh!
Witnesses say it began when a rowdy group sprayed beer on those nearby. Ushers.
35. That's Pekka Renning's jersey number.
Break it up.
His jersey got retired last week.
You know, the Blue Coats were in there trying to pull people off, but there wasn't, you know, too much.
Whoa! Look at that guy.
Into the melee themselves, and then police officers came down and were able to break it up.
Sharks Sports and Entertainment released a statement saying safety is their top priority, and quote, while incidents like what happened Saturday night are extremely rare, we are thankful to our ushering staff who responded promptly to quickly and safely diffuse the situation. Hockey fans say they expect brawls on the ice, not in the stands.
I know.
Whether people want to admit it or not, that's part of what they're paying for, is to see what's going to explode on the ice. But it's scary when it happens in the stands, and I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol involved.
For adults,
Of course
and
there
there's
was.
families and kids around, so
Yeah.
you definitely have to be wary of the example you're setting all the time.
San Jose police ultimately escorted the brawlers out of SAP Center. Diaz says he's been to plenty of hockey games, but he's never seen anything quite like this.
Everything just kind of boiled over. People took it into their own hands.
Thankfully, no one reported any serious injuries, and apparently no charges are being filed. San Jose police tell us there weren't any victims that came forward asking to file a report. Alex?
Yeah, just an ugly scene in the stands.
Yeah. Oh, well, of course they're not going to file charges, you know what? Too much booze, you know what I'm saying? Plus, their team was getting blown out, you know. You know, that was the Sharks, and what I remember was, as well, too, that was the worst home loss, home shutout that the Sharks have received in years. Like 8-0 against the Predators. That was their worst home loss. They had another one back in '91 when their inaugural season, the Cow Palace, when they got shut out 8-0 by the Penguins that year. Anyways, I'm out of here. Mike Job. Peace out.